America has a problem.
Y'all see that title? The title is not a typo. I said what I said. Social media is making you stupid. I may not be talking directly to you, but it is making the general public stupid. If you are a smart individual, you already know this. You don't have to question why I say this, but we're gonna talk about it anyway. Since I moved to Mexico, I have just noticed such a huge difference in the way Mexicans navigate social media and the Western society navigates social media. Studies have shown that people are getting dumber by the day. So let's talk about it because it's an epidemic. So the first observation I have about social media and how Mexicans use it, they use it in a way that we used to use it. So you know when Facebook first came out, it was typically just to connect with your friends and your family and share your pictures and just keep up with people. But now social media has taken a whole different route. We all know that. But Mexicans still use it that way. Now granted, you may have pop stars, rappers, singers, models that are Mexican that's famous on Instagram, but they're famous because they're already famous. They're famous due to their career, not because they post pictures. Now this is super ironic coming from someone that is a content creator, I know, but I cannot help but notice the difference between the two. Now Mexico is the only other country I've lived in other than the States, but my journey doesn't stop here. We're on to a new country in a few weeks, and I'm pretty sure they also don't use social media in the same way as the United States, or like I mentioned, other societies that is big on the influencer culture. Coming in at number 1, nobody thinks for themselves anymore. Now let me also clarify this. I'm not talking about people that utilize social media as a way to market their business. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about people who spend all of their time on social media. Whether this is just reading on gossip channels, scrolling on TikTok, creating statuses on Facebook. I ain't talking about YouTube. I feel like YouTube ain't even really social media. She's in a category of her own, okay? But people who spend countless hours every day on social media, including Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I'm talking to y'all. Not the people that's using it for their business. There's literally people out here who just be on there all day. Those same people who are on social media all day do not think for themselves anymore. They literally let someone else's thoughts, opinions, and advice dictate how they want to live their life. Am I the only one that's noticing this? That's stupid. That's absolutely insanity. There is too many people telling you how to live, how to date, how to dress, what perfume to wear, what skincare to get. Things have changed in such a crazy way. Teenagers and kids want to be the adults because that's all they are now being able to perceive. Because they are also on social media. I knew it was bad because my little cousin, she's 15, knew the song Pound Town. That bothered me. That really bothered me. And granted, we listened to some raunchy stuff when I was young. Stuff I shouldn't have been listening to, that's a fact. But the reason I was listening to it is because my mama was listening to it. I ain't have no choice. But now, these kids and teens have too much access to things they should not even be able to know exist yet, because they haven't experienced life yet. And it's making them stupid because you have to make mistakes. You have to go to grow, you know? And if you are skipping huge life changes and just going straight from 0 to 100, you're also missing out on the lessons of those experiences, which is making these kids think they know things they don't know. Y'all, honestly, this is like a rant. The video may just be all over the place. Your girl's dating, right? And one thing that's like a huge pet peeve of mine is when I meet someone and they ask me for my Instagram. First of all, why? Unless we are in a business setting and we're exchanging contact information or business information, cool. But like, if I just met you, I don't want you to see my life. And truly, it depends on the nature of the situation. If you meet somebody and maybe y'all end up kicking it for the next few hours, yeah, you want to exchange and keep up with them, whatever. I understand somewhat of the concept of it's easier to just keep up with people on Instagram, but I'm not a fan of it. I am not a fan of it. Moving on to the next reason that social media is making you stupid is too much time spent mindlessly scrolling. I want y'all to check y'all screen time. on your phone. If you got an iPhone, they got that. I don't know what Androids got, but they probably got something similar, I'm sure. People are spending hours a day, every day, and they can't even tell you what they just saw. They can't recall anything. And trust and believe, these apps were designed for you to do that. They were designed for you to be addicted to them. Literally. Go watch the documentary on Netflix. It's called Social Dilemma. The creators of these apps don't even let their children use the apps they made. It's wild. It's wild. So due to people spending so much time mindlessly scrolling, that's not only making your attention span damn near non-existent, it is taking time away from other things that you could be doing that are actually productive or beneficial to your life in some way. Like, I don't think people understand. Let's just say, for example purposes, you spend 2 hours on Instagram or 2 hours a day on TikTok or Facebook. It could be 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at lunchtime, 30 minutes on your way home, 30 minutes at bedtime. That's 2 hours a day. Well, 2 times 7 is 14 hours. That's a part-time job. Did you get paid? Did you learn something new? No. And you know y'all spending more than 2 hours a day, especially the kids. Y'all gonna hear me talk about the kids so much because the kids are dumb as rocks. And this is just not an opinion. This is an epidemic. If y'all go on TikTok and type in teachers Gen Z or teachers complaining, teachers quitting, we are losing teachers. The teachers don't want to teach anymore because the kids can't read. The kids are so disrespectful. The kids are fighting the teachers. The kids are doing drugs. The kids know Pound Town at 5 and 6 years old. This, you cannot tell me that this is not a result of social media. And it's so sad because this is not going to change. I don't see it getting better. I see it getting worse. Do y'all remember like 2-3 years ago? This was 2020. I remember because this was the height of TikTok's growth. China admitted that they have a totally different algorithm for their kids in China than the US. So they purposely will show the US viewers dancing videos and stupid pranks and just basically things that don't matter. And they will show their kids in China science experiments and doctors and lawyers and reading and math activities. You think that's an accident? I don't blame them teachers. I don't even blame the kids. I don't know who to blame. I don't know who to blame. I don't know who to blame. I don't want to blame the parents, even though parents absolutely have to take responsibility. I don't want to blame the parents because people are just fighting to survive. You can't monitor your child's every move because that's just not something you want to do either. You don't want to be too strict. But it's like, what do you do? The kids are doomed. This is not an uplifting video. I don't know what, I just really wanted to get this off my chest because social media is making you stupid. I think the best thing you could possibly do if you're a parent is not let your kid have social media. I don't care how they feel. Don't let them have it because again, they are being introduced to things you have no idea about. Granted, that's not gonna solve everything because kids in their age group will probably have social media, so they're gonna find out through the grapevine anyway. But I'd rather you find out through telephone than you seeing it firsthand. Now, something else that just got y'all just completely naive and gullible is nobody is fact checking anything anymore. If you see an article, not even an article, if you see a picture with that little white headline and that black text, people read that and run with it. They don't even fact check. They don't ask questions. You know, if it is a blog, they won't go to the blog to read the rest of the article. They just read that headline, create a story. Next thing you know, a rumor is brewing. Do y'all know how insane that is? Nobody's reading. Nobody's reading because y'all can't read. Nobody can read anymore, dude. Social media is addictive. And I know that. Even though I'm ranting, I'm not blaming anyone. I don't know who to blame. If I know who to blame, I'll be blaming somebody. The social media apps, they're just trying to make their money. You know, they're innovators. So they put it out there. That doesn't mean you got to be a consumer of it. So I'm not even blaming them. At some point, people have to take accountability. I had to take accountability. I had realized, because I checked my screen time, I was spending, wow, 4 hours a day on TikTok. And I was like, oh, hell no. Hell to the no. Girl, took all my videos down. And I mean, that's part of the reason I took my videos down on TikTok. People on TikTok are unhinged, okay? Unhinged. But I needed a break, and I don't like giving too much of my time to things that are not bettering me. I don't even read 4 hours a day. I don't even study 4 hours a day. That's not gonna work. Got off TikTok. So now, speaking of TikTok, the people on TikTok thrive. TikTok and Twitter, TNT. The people on TikTok and Twitter thrive off negativity. Like, they eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can say something super basic. I love orange juice with my pancakes. And there will be somebody on there like, so what about people that's allergic to orange juice? What about us that like apple juice? What's wrong with y'all? That is stupidity to me. There is no logical person that will comment that. It happens quite a lot. It's as if that being dumb is the new cool. And now I'm referring to the people that's actually creating content on TikTok. You know, not all creators. There are some super, super dope creators on TikTok. Very talented people on TikTok. Even though I ain't seen it in a minute. Because I used to see it all the time. But now it's as if the dumb videos have overtaken the platform. And what do I mean by that? I mean people that are like, don't have good grammar, good punctuation, don't know how to talk, being rude to people for like likes and views, and it goes rampant. People love it, they eat it up. And it's just like, something about most people, human nature, is if, let's say you've been lame all your life. Let's just say you peaked after high school. You're not used to attention. So it's as if people are now doing absolutely anything for attention. They don't care about their morals. They don't care about integrity. They don't care about their reputation. People do not care anymore. And y'all look crazy. Social media is making you stupid. In what world is that a smart thing to do? On top of that, it's like oversharing and receiving sympathy for strangers on the internet. It's also the new goalpost. I know too many strangers' business now, against my will. Against my will. You know, people are literally telling their whole lives on TikTok. Right now we're just talking about TikTok. Their whole entire lives. And it's almost like, again, you can tell there's just that thing there that you can tell is on purpose. You can tell they know people are gonna come and sympathize and comment and maybe even send them money. I just been seeing things that just got me looking like bombastic side eye. Like, what is going on? What is going on? It's as if nobody wants to think anymore. I sound like Kim Kardashian. Nobody wants to work anymore, but for real, nobody wants to work anymore. I mean, granted, I get that. None of us should be working. Hello. But, you know, it's just like nobody wants to think. Nobody wants to go after the things they want. Nobody wants to even, like, back to the kids. The kids don't even have goals. Social media is not only making us stupid, it's killing us. Being in a country for the first time, for a long period of time, and experiencing what life looks like to people who are not obsessed with social media, it is like clear as day the effect that social media is having on us. If you're in the middle of it, you may not even see it because you're still there. Me, I took a step back. So I'm saying things from a different bird's eye view, y'all. It's bad. It is so bad. Not to mention, it's making us depressed. You're seeing things that we never saw before. We used to only see on TV, you know, or movies. And now if you're in poverty and every time you scroll, you're seeing somebody do a Chanel unboxing, go buy a new house, go buy a new car, go spend $20,000 at the store. Do you know what that's doing to people's psyche? It's ruining us. I don't know what to do about it. I mean, I can't do nothing. I can do my part. I can make my videos. Bring awareness. But like, it's heartbreaking to witness. And again, it's a level of accountability that you have to take. You have to take control of your life, because whether you realize it or not, these algorithms control you. And how it is now, you can go buy something at the store. Let's say you left your phone in the car, because y'all know they listen to everything. That's no secret. But let's say you left your phone in the vehicle at home, but your debit card, right, is linked to your phone. So maybe you got Apple Pay, Samsung Pay. Your phone is logged into your email. That email that's linked to your social media accounts is all connected. So just because you went to that store and bought that item, you're now going to see ads for that item, even though you left your phone in the car. And you don't think these things are influencing your decisions? Next level to where if you're even in proximity with somebody who just recently bought something and the phones know y'all together, they're like, oh, well, maybe you'll also buy this thing. So now you're getting ads for something that somebody else bought. And that's just one way that this is influencing your life. People gotta wake up. And again, I'm not here to bring a solution. I ain't got it. I don't know, girl. I don't know what we gonna do. Need to do something. That's it for my little rant, y'all. It was a rant for real. It was definitely a rant. But comment down below and let me know y'all thoughts. Do you think social media is making you stupid? I'll be waiting and I'll be reading. Adios.
America has a problem.